lengthwise next to your feet. Let's roll those shoulders up, back, and down a couple times. We're going to step over the book. We're going to bend our knees, send that tailbone out behind us, and we're going to roll through a couple cat-cows, right? Rounding and extending, rounding and extending. Keep that going for me, please. Ah, sorry, I missed that chat. Hopefully it wasn't something important. I can't read it. Oh, okay. No worries. All right. One more time. Roll through. And then we'll drop that right shoulder and look over the left. And then left shoulder and look over the right. And then we'll roll it up and extend it out. Bring it all the way up. Right foot up on the book. We're going to tap up and down. Maybe just kind of do a little jog arm, jogging arms, running arms. Good. Come up and over. Other side. Two more. Good. Up and over. This time, as you come up, lift that knee and try and really come up, maybe even a little bit on your toes on the standing leg, but for sure, press up out of those quads so you're not just but you're dynamically lifting. Seeing how tall you can grow. Just two more. Good. Up and over. Same thing other side. Doing your best to come way up on this standing leg. Lift it up. Beautiful. Up and over. Now we're going to go back to our tap up, but we're going to double time it. So we're going to go tap, tap. One leg stays on the book. Two more. Beautiful. Step down. Go around this time. Come up. Double time this side. Two more. Good. Come down around. Stepping up here. We're going to squeeze our shoulder blades. We're going to give a hamstring curl and come down just 4 like that. Good. And now we'll double time that. So squeezing as if you're rowing here, hamstring curl. Two more. Beautiful. Step it up and over. 4 slow motion hamstring curls. You can step up and step down. Good. Then we leave that in hamstring curls. Top leg stays on. Beautiful. Up and over. All right. Now we're going to extend that leg and bring those arms up. Come down. Up. Come down. 2 more like that. Up and down. Last time. And then we double time that. Like a starburst. You guys look great. Four more here. 3, 2, last one. Come on down. Up and down. 2 more like that. And now we double time it. Last 2. Up and over, step touch. Work those arms one more time. Hopefully your heart rate is up a bit by now. Last two. Up and over, and up. Last two. Up and over. All right, we're gonna stay here. Roll those shoulders out. We're gonna bring that right foot up on the book. We're gonna bring that left leg in front. We're gonna bend the right knee, slide the left toes forward and back, forward and back. So working that quad on the right leg, right? Sitting back with your booty, two more. Very nice. All right, now that foot is going to the side and up, side and up. Option to hold your hands here. You can do the same movement we did before. You could reverse it if you can figure out how to do that. Woo! Woo! Feels weird, kind of like butterfly instead of breaststroke. Notice if that hip is going straight back, that's what you're looking for rather than jutting to the side. Last two. And last one. All right. Take that leg, make sure it stays straight. So rather than have a bent knee, use the quads to straighten the leg. And you're going to reach back as far as you can. And on this one, you might really be able to sink into it. Option to extend the same arm or the opposite arm. Or bigger, challenge both arms. And when you lift both arms, then that right glute should feel that even more. So you find out what works for you. Last two. And last one. I hope this whole side feels it. Cross that right leg over the left. Bring your hip to the right and arms up over to the left. That should feel pretty good. Bend those knees a little bit, swoop it down, come on up. Goody, we get to do that other side. So up on that left leg, right toes point, we bend and stretch that right leg forward, sitting that booty back and down. Two more here. Very nice. Now we reach to the side. And again, doing your best to bring the hip back rather than over to the side. Again, option with your arms or hold them here. Or you can reverse the movement that we just did. Or open and close. Make a sound. Two more here. Very nice. All right, now that leg is coming behind us. We're going to straighten it as much as we can. Lift up on that quad. Step back and reach. Option, same arm. Opposite arm. Both arms. And again, you're going to really feel this in that glute. Two more. Nice. Step it off. Left leg over right. Up and over. Push that hip to the center of the room. You gotta stay there. I'm gonna grab my chair, please. Nutmeg and I were working earlier, and so she's still in work mode. In other words, she naps behind the couch in the office. Okay, so let's bring that book into our left hand. No, right hand, sorry. Right hand. Just kidding. All right. Left leg comes forward. Right leg goes back. Just hold the book like you're going to school for now. And let's get that dunking bird, right? Working that hamstring. If you don't need that chair, don't use it. Maybe just a fingertip. Maybe you don't even need it, right? Slightest bend in that left leg. When and if you're ready to add on, woo, you're going to bring your book up, working that anterior deltoid, the front of your shoulder, right? See if that works for you. You might have to play with where you hold your book. Two more like that. Then we're going to change it. Bring your book back to your schoolgirl. Go back to your regular dunking bird. And this time we're going to bring it up and out to the side. Elbow leads the way. This time, feel it between your shoulder blades, right? Two more. All right, last one. Keep your legs how they are. Bend that left leg a little more, go a little farther from your chair, and I want you to turn your hips towards me, right? So that top leg is now nice and even here. Put that book on that leg. Hold it down with your hand. Lower and lift. Standing leg is bent, and it should not exactly be on vacation. You should feel this, and now you should feel the outer hip of that right leg. I hope all of these things are true. Two more. Woo, bring that up. All right. First, we're going to cross the right over the left. Sit that booty out. Nice extension in the spine, and then round it under, and then stick it out again. Stand it up, cross the left over the right. Stick that booty out. Roll it under, and stick it out. All right. We're going to do that same thing on the other side. You don't need to move your chair. I'm just moving it so my front leg is the one that you see. All right, front arm. Right leg is a little forward, holding onto the book like a little going to school. Although I guess it'd be in a backpack now. So once you get that dunking bird going, then if you want to add that anterior lift, that arm comes up by your ear. All right, take a pause, bring that book. We're going to go sideways this time. You're going to get that dunking bird going, and then elbow lifts. Keep it going. Almost there. Beautiful. And then finally, wait, what did we, oh yeah, sorry. All right, we step a little farther from the chair, right knee is bent, left leg turns towards the camera, so foot is facing me, and then we're just gonna lift and lower. Right knee is bent, so my quad and glute are working on that side, and outer hip on this left side. Make sure you're not holding the book, you are pushing it against your thigh. Yeah. Almost there. Bring that up. All right, let's cross left over right. Sit that booty back, tailbone long. Roll it under. Extend it out again. and lift it up. Right over left, tailbone long. Round it and extend it. All right, bring it up. You won't need your book on this one. You can set your book down. We're going to do our tricep dips with the chair. So come onto your chair, sit towards the front, palms are facing each other, and they're towards the front. You just want to slip off the edge of the chair. And as you do so, you want to slide your hips down, not lift them up, right? So we slide them down and then straighten those arms. The farther away you walk your legs, the more you'll feel this, but you have to make sure you walk your feet away, you don't lift your hip up. So keep that hip grazing the chair. Couple more. Nice, bring it up. Let's shake that out a little bit. Right wrist forward and down, give a little love, pull it back. Gentle fist, pull it down. Flip the palm to the sky, pull it back with a straight arm. Then that right arm comes to your right shoulder, pull it back, and then bring it to the center of your back, and then over to the left. Shake that out, left arm follow through down as if you just shot a basketball. Flip it up the other way. Gentle fist, bring it down. Flip it up the other way for me, please. And then that hand touches the left shoulder and center and other side. Very nice, shake all that out. All right. We're going to bring our legs wide, sort of plie position. So notice what you want to do with your hips is not stick them way out behind you, but instead travel them underneath your shoulders and widen your knees, right? So knees don't collapse in. And then we're going to come up, and then we're going to sit down in that plie, and you get to decide whether you want to be way back here and just hover. That's all you're going to be doing. Again, I'm having a tendency to do that, so tuck that booty under. So just plie position, line it all up, and then take that book in your right hand, serve your platter. Make sure that you extend your arm fully straight at the end of that serve the platter. If you want a little more challenge on your quads, come up on your toes, balls of the feet. And those quads should feel this. Tuck that booty under. Last two. Last one, bring the arms stick straight. Make sure there's no bend in that elbow. And then straighten it more. Straighten, 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 straighten. Nice. Very nice. Bring it up. Shake that out. Palm, flex it, and bring it behind you. So hopefully feel a little bit of stretch on that bicep. Bring that down. Shake it out. All right. Left palm under the book. Come back down in your plie, however, where you want to be. Put the booty under. Up on those toes if you want. Serve your platter. Now you can do both arms, right? There's some advantage to that. Or you can just try that one side, and that makes the obliques have to work a little harder. You can play with that. Decide which you want to do. Last two. Last one, get that arm straight. No bend in the elbow, and then straighten it more. Straighten it, straighten it. And relax. Woo! Shake all that out, roll those shoulders. All right, we are turning our chair back over. This one, just depending on your book, might or might not work, so don't worry about it. What I'd like you to do is take the book behind your right knee. But again, depending on how thick that book is, it might not want to stay there. So I'm going to do my best to balance it and then come down so the book is mostly lying on my hamstring. flex that right heel to the sky and push up. So my hamstring is working really hard to make sure I don't drop the book, which may or may not happen. Tailbone is long, abs are in, and left knee is bent. And I'm at the same time pushing my heel to the sky to try and get some nice glute and lower back work there. Last two, the last one, hold it there, squeeze the book a little tighter if you can, feel that hamstring engage even more, and then bring that down. Woo. Take that right leg forward on an angle, bend the left knee a lot, send it back, tailbone long, sit into it, and then roll those right toes up. Feel that stretch, calf, hamstring, roll it down, bend the knee, and stand it up. Woohoo, other side. All right, so again, I'm gonna try and tuck that book behind our left leg, get a good squeeze on it. One side might be different from the other. And then you want to try and find that position where your right knee is bent, your spine is long, and that book is mostly resting on your hamstring. Then flex that heel to the sky. It might be a really small range of motion, that's fine. Couple more. Beautiful. Hold it here. Squeeze it a little harder. Work that hamstring. Hold, hold, hold. Bring it on up. Woo. Now that left leg goes out. Bend that right knee. Sit back. Tailbone long. Roll those toes down. Back up. And then bend that knee and stand it on up. All right. Again, no book. We're just going to use our chair for one set of tricep push-ups. So hands come to the edges of the chair. Walk yourself back in a plank position. So hips and back are in a line. You don't want to pike and you don't want to sag. Try and get your shoulders right over your wrists. Elbows bend backwards and straighten. Up on your tippy toes if you can. Two more. Nice. Press it back. Bend your knees a whole bunch. Let yourself hang forward. Put your left hand in the chair. Straighten your right leg. Bring the right arm up. And then imagine you're threading the needle the other way. Go the other way. And then right hand in the chair. Bend your right knee. Left leg straightens open. And then thread your needle through. And then come on up. We are heading down onto the ground. You will need your book with you, please. And not your chair. So chair can be out of the way. And as we come down, we're going to start with a ab and tricep exercise. Last triceps, I think, that we're doing. So bring that book onto your left palm. Bend your knees, feet flat. Take your right hand to your left rib cage. If it's flared up, pull it down. Pull those abs in. And with a straight arm, bring that left arm right by your left ear. It should be hovering about 2 inches off the ground. Nod your head yes. Pull your ribs in to feel those abs work a little more. Then with a straight arm, slowly lift that arm. We're going to go really slowly for these first few. So reach up and over, nod your head yes, tuck the chin, and come right above your shoulder. Reach up and over, and exhale to lift. 2 more like that, up and over, exhale to lift. 1 more time, up and over, exhale to lift. Now bring that arm over your head, bend it and straighten it. Pure tricep work here. So make sure that you get that arm completely straight at the end range. That's what's gonna get those triceps. Last two like that, last one. Now we're gonna bend it and straighten it and then bring it up and over. So we go overhead, bend, straighten, above the shoulder, up and over, bend, straighten, and up. So you might say, well, where are the abs working? They should be working, because when that arm goes overhead with that book at the end of that skinny long lever, your abs have to control so that your ribs stay down. Just two more here. Very nice. And relax. And you can bring that left arm to your right shoulder and then flip it above your head for a moment. And then shake that out. And your book goes in your right palm, right above you. Left hand to your right rib cage, pull those ribs down, arm by your ear, hold it there, just hovering above the ground so you can really feel, oh, this is where I need to engage those abs, and then lift it above you. So you reach up and overhead and come right above you. Up and overhead and above. Just two more like this. Beautiful. And now we go up and over and we bend and straighten. It's a small range of motion. The bend is just a few degrees, and then we straighten and straighten and straighten and straighten and really feel that tricep. Beautiful. Then we put those two things together, bend, straighten, and lift. Up and overhead, bend, straighten, and lift. Up and overhead, bend, straighten, and lift. Up and overhead, bend, straighten, and lift. A few more times. And relax. Bring that right arm to your left shoulder, flip it, flip it, flip it, bring it overhead, and then sweep it around as you roll over onto your side facing knee, please. I'm going to take the book on that top leg. We're going to stack our knees, stack our hips, be long in your spine, and as always, lift that mouse house. So ribs lift away from the ground, waistline lifted. And we're going to take that top hand and we're just going to press it down on that leg. So everything stays in 90 for this first one, right? So my foot and my knee lift at the same time. So my my shin stays parallel with the ground. Beautiful. Bring it down, bring your heels together, pivot your knees open. So more outer hip love here. Good. Now, knees together, heels lift, same pivot open, clam exercise, just a different angle here. Good. All right. Bottom leg goes down. Top leg is going to come forward and tap the ground, come back and stretch long, not in front, but even with you. So in front, tap and reach. Tap and reach. When you make that tap, really press, so that try and get that knee as high as you can. You're going to feel that big stretch on the outside of the hip as you do this. I hope. I do. Just two more, because we have one more thing to do with this poor little leg. Last one, leg is long, bottom leg meets it. And now we do some little circles with that book on top of the leg. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Good, and reverse your circle. And relax. Bring that book off that leg. Give that hip and knee a little love. Listen up. Keep that knee bent. Roll over onto your spine and cross it over the thigh. We're not going to press this stretch much yet because we just did a lot of intensity. So I want you to just gently put your hand on the inside of that leg and then on the opposite hip. And not crank on them, but just gently press them away from each other. Just give it a moment to sink into this. And then reach around, grab that knee as you straighten out the bottom leg and bring that knee toward your opposite shoulder and up a little bit, but gently again. And then finally put the foot on the ground and just let there be a passive stretch. So if you let the knee drop in a little bit, you may feel that more on the outer hip. You could even let it rotate open, sort of almost going into a figure four, but you don't need to. And then straighten that leg out. All right. That leg was the one that was on top. So it goes on bottom now. As you switch over onto your other side, knees are bent, hips are stacked, knees are stacked, feet are stacked. Book is on top of that top leg. Spine is long and waistline is lifted. 90 degrees everywhere, hips, knees, ankles, and lift as a unit. Good. Now feet together and we pivot open in our clam. Then knees come together, heels lift, and we pivot open from this angle. Waistline still lifted. All right, then that top knee comes in front as close to your face as possible, and then we stretch it long. So it comes in front and taps down and stretches long. In front to tap and stretch. Just two more. Nice. And now we'll straighten the bottom leg and the top leg. And this is where we make those little circles. And reverse. Ooh, ouch. Book down. Take that top leg that you just worked, bend it, give it a little love. Then roll over onto your spine and just gently press it away as you gently pull that hip down. Not a lot, it might still be in shock. Mine is. And then go ahead and wrap your hands around the outside of the knee, straighten the opposite leg, bring that knee towards your opposite shoulder, lift it towards you and over. If you want, you can put that foot on the ground and then you can let it cave in or cave open. You decide. All right, and now we're going to head into some ab work. So grab your book again, please. Let it rest on the ground. And you're going to bring your head onto the book. Try not to have your book touching your shoulders, but slide it up so it's mostly just at your skull. Elbows are nice and wide, and you want to do your best to keep those elbows wide during these next couple exercises. Deep breath in. On the exhale, pull your ribs down, float the head, neck, and shoulders off the ground, but look and make sure that you didn't do this, right? You don't want your elbows in your periphery. You want them nice and open, and then we'll come down. So we're just going to start with that simple ab prep. Deep breath in, exhale to lift, inhale, hold at the top, and exhale down. Inhale to prepare, exhale to lift, inhale, hold, exhale down. Couple more like that. Exhale, lift, inhale, hold, exhale down. Then if you want to add on this next one, exhale, lift, inhale, reach your arms by your ears, feel the intensity increase as you create that long lever with that weight at the end of it. Then you bend, elbows wide, and come down. Deep breath in, exhale to lift, inhale to reach those arms, exhale behind your head again and down. Deep breath in, exhale, lift, inhale, reach, exhale, bring it down. 2 more like that. Exhale, lift, inhale, reach, exhale, and down. Last time. Exhale, lift, inhale, reach, stay here, lift those legs, tabletop position, and then place the book on your shins. Good. So now you don't want to drop your book here, right? Shoulders back and down. Exhale, lift a little higher. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale. So we're doing double leg stretch, but we're just holding the book here. It should add some intensity because now you have extra weight down at your lower abs. Upper body is just staying in one position. If your neck is bugging you, go here, right? Just a few more arm sweeps. And then hug that in. Use that weight of your book to give yourself a little bit of an extra low back stretch. And then feet down on the ground again, and the book goes back to where it was a minute ago, behind your head, elbows wide. Take your back leg, the one that is away from me, bend it, extend it straight up in the air. And then you're not going to lower it, but you're going to open it to the side, away from me. Good. The elbow that's towards me is going to stay on the ground. And then you're going to try and lift your shoulder up, right? Just your shoulder for now. And down. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift, and down. And lift, and down. If you want, you could see if you could come up higher. No, we did this without the weight. I could do it without the weight, maybe not with the weight. Never mind. Let's just go to here. What I was trying to say is you don't want to bring that elbow across to get here. Just 2 more to this side. And last one. Woo, ouch, foot down. Opposite leg, the leg that's closest to me, extend it up and then reach it open. Keep your elbows, back elbow on the ground, twist up and over and down, up and over and down. Again, try and keep your back elbow wide. Try not to bring it across your chest. That's your goal. And relax. Ooh. All right, book is going to sit on that rib cage for now. Take a deep breath in and then let that weight sink. And then you're going to lift your legs tabletop. We're just going to use that book now for feedback, kinesthetic feedback. So notice if your book feels as if there's space at your waist, but it's propped up on your ribs, and push those ribs down, right? So engage those abs and then toe touch, your version. It could be single leg. It could be single leg with a heel tap. It could be double leg, toes pointed. It could be double leg, heels flexed. It could be double leg, legs a little bit more open, froggy feet. So you choose. But notice if your book is moving around, try and sink those ribs and keep it nice and stable. And then we'll hug those knees in. And again, we're going to slide that book down the shins, pull it in nice and close to get a nice stretch. And let's do a couple quick little knee circles in one direction and then the other, please. All right, shoulders back and down. We're going to curl our forehead towards our knees. We're going to slide that book down so it's at your ankles. So rolling like a ball with the book. Because you have extra weight, it might make it easier, but because you have a book on your shins, you don't get to kick. So that might make it harder. 2 more. Last one, find your balanced position, even if you have to roll over. Find that tabletop again with the book on your shins, shoulders out of your ears, elbows wide, arms into a T, and then arms up over your head. Just hold here. And then grab that book and put it where you can sit up on it. And we're going to do a spine stretch and turn it into a nice ragdoll to get a beautiful stretch in our spine. So let's all have bent knees. Legs are apart, grab your hamstrings, extend through that spine. So sit up out of those hips and then push those hips backwards. Then pull yourself forward. Since we're up on the book, it should be easier, right? Some of you will be able to straighten your legs, but if straightening your legs causes that, then don't do that. So maybe you straighten a little bit and then you walk your hands to wherever. And you're going to see if you can hinge a little deeper, but think about pushing that tailbone out behind you. And then finally, we're going to drop and round and ragdoll it. So at this point, if you want to straighten your legs, that's fine. Your head can nod yes and shake no to loosen up. And then as we come up, let's come back through that spine stretch with extended spine and then all the way sitting tall. Slide off your book for me, please. Keep it with you. We'll use it to help, give us a deeper stretch. So we're going to bring the book behind the left knee. And we're going to bend the right knee, foot on the ground, hug that left knee in towards your shoulder and pull it over to the left. At the same time, let the left leg drop or right leg drop open. Then slide everything back through center, straighten your right leg. Now you're going to keep your thigh and your rib really close, but you're going to flip the book so it's pushing down against the hamstring and up against the calf. And that should give you a really nice hamstring stretch. Sometimes we miss out if you straighten your leg and you end up rolling that knee away from your chest. But now we are going to straighten it, and you can use that book. Point and flex through your foot, maybe do some circles at your ankle. You could windshield wiper. And then we're going to bring the book on the outside of the left leg. As we bring that left leg just slightly across. And then if you want, full twist, the book could stay on top, or it could slide underneath the knee for more support. As you come back through center, you can leave the book there. Cross your left ankle over the right. We're going to go ahead and fully thread the needle that we didn't do earlier. Flex and point the right, maybe some circles, and windshield wiper. Then bend that knee, close the gap of the knees. Go ahead and move that book out of the way if it is, so you can drop to the right in a nice twist. Uncross. Straighten the legs out, take a moment. Maybe that left side feels a little better. Let's bend both knees and put the book behind the right knee. Hug it in, bring it over to your right shoulder as the left knee drops open. And then straighten your left leg out, flex through the heel. Bring that right knee back through center, try and get the rib and the thigh to touch. And then pull yourself so you've got right angles at your knee again. Pulling that right calf toward you and hamstring down. And then finally straighten that out. Point and flex. Rotate. Windshield wiper. And then bend the knee and put the book on the outside as you bring it across a little bit to the left. Feel that outer hip stretch. And then you can twist it, or you can take your book and lift it. Totally up to you. And then as you come back through center, we will do our thread the needle. So use that right elbow to press the right leg open, rotate, point flex, and then finally close that gap and we drop to the left. And then nice and easy back through center. We're going to slide those legs out again. Hopefully they're even. You can either roll over or do a roll up. Make your way onto your hands and knees. We're going to cat and turkey. Hands out in front of you. Bring yourself forward in a turkey. Come on, and roll back in a cat. Beautiful. Walk those hands back, tuck those toes, press those hips up, pedal it out. And then wide stance, Bring yourself here. Give me one more cat, one more turkey. Gobble, gobble. Bring it up. Thank you, guys. All right, one more trivia, one more OMG. I told you we would talk about cookies. Before we talk about cookies, here's your OMG fact. And then my